Today I'm fortunate to have with us Dr. Joe Cassady. He is the new professor and animal science department head at SDSU Extension, and he's also one of the speakers at the SDSU Extension Seedstock Symposium. And he kind of had a challenging presentation because he's going to look forward to the future in the vision and talk about the vision of the seedstock industry. So Dr. Cassady, I'm going to challenge you with a few questions on what your vision is, and if you want to tell us how have some of the advances and technologies changed the industry as you've seen them now?
Well, Lynn, there's some really exciting things that have gone on in the beef cattle industry in recent years. Of course, you hear a lot of talk about genomics and the advances there. And these genomic tools are being integrated into the national sire evaluations and the calculations of EPDs. What this results in is increased accuracy of those EPDs so that producers can make better and more informed decisions, and that's going to result in greater genetic progress. The other area where technology is really going to play a big role is our ability in estrus synchronization keeps getting better. And as estrus synchronization techniques improve and there's greater adoption by the commercial industry, there's going to be greater use of AI. Now, this in some way may have some negative impacts on our seed stock industry because there may be fewer opportunities to sell commercial bulls because commercial producers may be using artificial insemination instead. So they're both advances and opportunities and challenges for the seed stock industry as well.
So what are some other opportunities that you see coming down in the future in the seed stock industry as a result of technology?
Well, I think there's going to be some increased specialization, and we're learning more and more about what is called genotype by environment interactions. Now, we've known for years that some seed stock producers want to provide cattle that perform best in, say, the Gulf Coast region where we need heat tolerance, for instance. While other seed stock producers focus on things like producing cattle that will perform well in the Mountain West, and they're worried about brisket disease and altitude disease and these types of things. So the new tools that we have are going to allow us to better study these genotype by environment interactions and why some bulls perform better, or the progeny of some bulls perform better in one region than they do another. And as we continue to advance in that technology, we will enable producers to make better decisions to better suit the animals to the environment. Now, this is going to lead to greater specialization where producers may generate seed stock that are specific to one environment but not ideal for another.
And one last question, what do you see as your vision, say 10, 20 years down the road for the seed stock industry? Do you have some ideas of where we might be?
There's going to be change. The number of seed stock producers has been declining, and I think that trend will continue. I think the market for commercial bulls has been declining because of a decline in the number of commercial cows. But I really see the big challenge to the commercial bull market being what's coming with the AI industry. So I think the commercial industry 20 years down the road will be smaller. It will be technically more advanced. It will be more specialized. And I think the seed stock producers today need to start thinking towards positioning themselves in certain areas that will allow them to continue to be successful. And we may have to start thinking about different models, economic models, for how we sustain our systems. In other words, just selling a straw of semen and walking away and hoping next year to sell some more semen, or selling a bull and hoping next year to sell another bull, those economic models may have to be looked at.
All right. Well, thank you very much, and we again welcome you to SDSU Animal Science Department, and looking forward to you giving the direction there and through Extension, as well as research and all of the projects that go on at SDSU, and for participating in the program today. So more information on Dr. Cassady's talk can also be found at www.igrow.org.